Hey guys, welcome back to Buzzer2Buzzer. Alrighty guys, so today we found out the news that the NFL and the CBA have come into an agreement which is going to be impacting this upcoming 2021-22 NFL season, in which the games of the regular season are not just going to be 16 games. Instead, each team will now be playing 17 games. Guys, as NFL fans, we're getting one more game, and the NFL has recently even announced the Week 17 matchups, including the Bears going up against the Raiders, the Seahawks going against the Steelers as well. Some notable games to watch out for as well. But let's get our thoughts. What are our thoughts about the NFL expanding the season, considering that the players are still making the same amount of money, but we're getting more entertainment?
No, I'm excited as a fan. Obviously, more football, the better for us as fans. But yeah, I mean, a lot of players spoke out against it. They're like, "Oh, we don't like this, we don't like this." But the funny part is, I mean, they agreed to the contract, the CBA, and it said in the CBA the NFL can expand to 17 games whenever they'd like, and they're doing it this upcoming year. I think it's gonna be interesting to see because just for playoffs standings, 10 games might not cut it anymore. Usually if you win 10 games, you're a lock for the playoffs. But it's going to be interesting to see how teams separate themselves, especially with the one game added.
This is also mentioned last season too, like before the season started. There was rumors about expanding to 17 games too. Now I guess now that it's official, it's going to be interesting to see. It might change the playoff picture, like Arian said, with like the team records. Teams might have to win more games. We don't really know how it's going to be affected, but I do like, as a fan, obviously having one more game to watch before the playoffs.
Yeah, essentially they're taking one preseason game and making it into a regular season game. But what concerns me the most is, as a Bears fan, how are the Bears going to manage to go 8-8 this year? Now there's a 17th game involved. Going 500 is only possible if we get one tie, and we know those are pretty rare in football. So for me, it's they either go 9-8 or 8-9, and one of those is scarier than the other. But at the end of the day, it's not 8-8, and that sort of leaves a hole in my heart.
Well, speaking of holes, it's interesting to see, how one thing for sure, we can all agree that more football, the better. Love seeing the game go down. But it's interesting to see the players are still making the same amount of money. The money's going to be distributed equally. We saw players like Alvin Kamara coming out saying, "Yo, what is this?" And I feel like that he has a right to say that. I mean, 17 games, one more game, you're putting your body on the line, balling all out. And who knows, with the 17 game coming in, Ari, like you said, how is the playoff picture going to change? How many more games does a team have to win? Is it going to be 11? Are we looking at still 10? So we're seeing more primetime players stay in the game for a longer period of time. That will be interesting to see how that rolls out. Other than that, it should be fun to see. We got the Packers and Chiefs, I believe, right, for Week 17. That's one more matchup to see coming on in as well. Other than that, not much more to think about this.
There is actually one more implication this has. Fantasy football seasons are now one more week longer, and so maybe this changes up how you look at who you want to draft and the longevity of your type of players. When you have orange drafting players like Dak Prescott, he's not really making calculated moves.
Well, I think you just give one more week for others who are underdogs to come up and beat others in the playoffs, even though they're heavily favored. So that should be a lot of fun to see. And we'll keep you guys updated as the fantasy season rolls up as well. Alrighty, guys, those are our thoughts on the NFL expanding from a 16-game season to a 17-game regular season. As always, guys, be sure to like button, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on what will be going down this upcoming season. Guys, take care. Catch you guys on our live stream tomorrow. See you guys.